I'm Dr. Joannie Yeh. I'm a pediatrician and I also blog at betamama.com. Welcome back to Beta Mama Book Break, my YouTube channel where I show parents how to read books interactively with their kids. So today I'm multitasking again. I have one of my daughters on the other side of the camera. Actually, I'm triple tasking. I'm reading a book here on YouTube, I'm reading to her, and I prepared some apples, some healthy snacks for her to eat while I read books to her. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so today I'm going to read a book called Abracadabra, The Magic of Trying. So one of my daughters, my older one actually, she gets frustrated very easily. So when we're, for example, I teach her piano, and when she doesn't get it right the first time, she gets very, very frustrated. And so I'm trying to teach her, I'm trying to teach her to have a growth mindset, which means that we don't succeed the first time, and when we don't succeed the first time, we just try again. It's no big deal, and I want to encourage her to keep trying. When she fails the first time, she tends to want to give up very easily. She gets very frustrated, lots of tears. But I, and then I have her just, I have her recite. I'm like, just say, I can't remember what I say now. I say, do we succeed the first time? And we're like, no. But if you keep trying, you'll get better. And so I think I make her say something along the lines of that. I just have her repeat it, and it's actually gotten better. And I have pep talks with her before we actually play piano. So then she gets into that mindset that, all right, I'm not going to get it perfect the first try. That's just not realistic, right? With anything we do, it takes practice, a ton of practice. So I love that I found this book at the library to read to her. And I wanted to share it with everyone because I know, whether or not kids or like my daughter will have a hard time, with failing or not, it's still an important lesson to learn of how to fail and how to get back again and keep trying. So I'm just going to summarize the book, read a little bit. Today was an important day at the Little Bird School. Today was a day they all learned how to fly. They jumped off the branch, opened their wings, and flew. Easy peasy, right? The first was Blackbird. He launched himself into the air and yelled, "Hooray, how fun!" Next came Robin. "Yippee, how fun!" Then it was up to Sparrow. "Yay, how fun!" That's how you say my last name too. Yay, Dr. Yay, with an exclamation mark. Then Canary, Swallow, and Hummingbird. The extra bonus in this book, so I was using the example of my daughter playing piano, and for any kid, most kids, unless they're a genius, literally, it's hard to play piano. It's hard to put your left hand and right hand together. It's hard to get the right positioning where your fingers are curved, they're not flat. It's hard for everyone. In this book, it goes an extra step where it's not hard for a lot of the other birds, but it's hard for, as we'll see, for one of the birds. And how to keep going, right? The story is how to keep going even if everyone else around you is doing well and you're not. Because that happens sometimes too. Or even if it doesn't happen in real life, in your head, right? With imposter syndrome, you're kind of like, oh, everyone else can do this, why can't I? Even when everyone else is actually struggling, in your head, you don't realize that. And that's the same thing for kids sometimes, right? They get it in their heads, like everyone else can do this, why can't I? And especially with some of my patients who have lower self-esteem, even though they're doing really well in math, they don't see that they're doing well. And so for them, it's really hard to keep trying because in their mind, they're failing, even when they're not, right? So it's all about the mindset, whether this book is really helpful, whether someone is truly failing at something or, not succeeding as they want to, or if it's just all in their head. But, if it's your brain is powerful, if it's in your head that you're not succeeding, that can get you really down and make you want to give up, right? So then it was Little Owl left on the branch with his wings closed. Little Owl was too afraid of falling. He didn't even try yet, and he was already feeling like he failed. Come on, fly with us, encouraged her teacher, Mrs. Pigeon. But little owl whined, I can't. So when I got to that part, I'm like, see? To my daughter, look, little owl whines just like you. So how do we get past that? But if you don't try, you'll never do it. I don't want to. I don't want to. So out for a walk, Turtle passed under the tree and saw a little owl perched on the branch looking sad. Hello, little owl. Why are you still here instead of flying with the other little birds? Because I am too afraid of falling. Nonsense, said Turtle. With a little practice, you can do it. The little owl shook his head. No, no, I will never be able to do it. No, I'll never be able to do it. So Turtle thought, I know a foolproof way.
I thought afraid of flying when I was a bloody butterfly.
Yeah, okay. Well, I know a foolproof way, she said finally. Try saying abracadabra. Why? Because when you spread your wings and say it, you'll be able to fly without falling. Really? For sure. Little owl perched his wings. Abracadabra, he said, and jumped and crashed. He fell down. Ouch, ouch, cried little owl. You see, your word doesn't work. Wait, responded Turtle. Make sure you say abracadabra. Go on, try again. Just then, Mouse, who had been listening, came along. So along the story, there's Turtle, there's Mouse, who listens to Turtle and then says, oh yeah, of course, you just say abracadabra, you can fly. And then there comes along, who else? Hedgehog. And is there anybody else? Let me see. No, that's it, yeah. So those three animals come along, and each time when owl fails, like, oh, you didn't say it loud enough. You have to, oh, you said it with your eyes closed. You have to say it with your eyes open. And so they kept encouraging. And of course, during all this time, owl is trying and trying and trying, right? That's what takes success. It's just trying over and over again. And finally, he opens his eyes, he concentrated, flapped his wings, took a big deep breath and said, abracadabra! Can you say abracadabra? Say it. Abracadabra!
Abracadabra.
Louder!
Abracadabra.
Good job. Okay. Maybe not too loud. I don't want her to choke on her apples as she takes another bite. This time, little owl took flight. He flew and flew. Hooray! This is so wonderful. Now his friends cheered. Good work. Now go where the wind takes you. So this is really cool how, right, it takes, I always say it takes a village to raise a kid. And then for my medical school friends, I always encourage them to find all the support they can have around them. People who can encourage them through the darkest of moments and hardest of times. And that goes for anybody, right? So I joke with them, it takes a village to raise a doctor.
Mommy.
Yes. Shh. Go back and go sit. Okay? Not yet. Not yet. Shh. Shh. We'll get to the frogs. Okay, we'll get to the frogs. All right. And when we're reading, so it's really cool, really cool to see how all these friends are encouraging, and so you can flip it around when you're talking to your kids. Like, if you have a friend who's not doing so well in school or in dance class, gymnastics, whatever it is, this is how you can encourage them. Just keep encouraging them to try, and to try again, or to try it this way. Even if it doesn't really help that much, if in their head that's what gets them to try again, then it's worth it. And another way to get your kids kind of active when you're reading this book, maybe this is like the 10th time you've read this book, then maybe we'll just, instead of reading the book, we'll reenact the book and fly like owl, fly like the little birds in the in the beginning of the book, fly like owl, fall, fly and fall. Kids love falling, right? They love falling. And reenact the book. And there's another part to reenact here because we've got some frogs for hopping. My kids love hopping. So now owl went to where the wind took him, and it took him over to the pond where it was a little school for frogs to hop. And of course, the first frog tries hopping, the second frog tries hopping. Then the last frog didn't want to jump. So guess who
Which one?
encouraged this one? And guess who encourages the little frog to jump? Owl. You pay it forward, right? And what does the frog do? Abracadabra, jump, fall. Abracadabra, jump. Hang onto a branch, I'm too scared. Jump. Finally, he reaches the land. Or she, I'm not sure. Oh, another great thing about this book is it's got some great tips to help parents with getting their kids into a better mindset to try, and talks about perseverance here. So in the book Grit, it talks about how successful kids, whether they come from, you know, parents who are really permissive or parents who are very like helicopter parents, in all cases, the common thread for kids to succeed is that their parents encourage them not to give up, right? So perseverance, how do you teach kids to have self-control of their emotions? And how do you have a growth mindset? So that's a big deal, especially for my older daughter, who, you know, can sometimes be of a fixed mindset where she thinks that, you know, she fails and she can't do it. And her school's also talking about growth mindset, right? That if you fail, just means that you're gonna have, you know, find some new strategies, and then you can learn. That you can always learn. You can always ask someone for more help, right? There's always room for growth. So I love that there's advice here for parents, because these are really very practical strategies to help kids. And again, practice takes perfect, right? So even failing gracefully takes practice. So I hope you enjoyed this book. I know this video went on a little longer than usual, but it's on a topic that's near and dear to my heart. And I think honestly, I feel like it even applies to me. I think it applies to adults. You know, we're always trying for new things, you know, trying for the next promotion, trying for the next, you know, for the next degree, trying for the next battle with our kids, right? So I hope you enjoyed this book, and good luck with trying. Good luck with failing gracefully. And I'll see you next time. Yes, we're going to read another book. I'll see you next time at Beta Mama Book Break.